Up next, my long lost friend Colin hasn't been around for a little while. He's back today to join me on a video where we pick our top 5, it's actually going to be 6, 3 fragrances each of fragrances that after we bought them, we didn't necessarily love them. And then once we started wearing them more, they're now back into one of our favorite fragrance categories. So basically, fragrances we didn't love, but now we do. Find out what they are coming up next. Welcome back, everybody, to JoelTheNose. I love, you always got it in rhythm. Like, sometimes I have a guest on and like they see me do it and I'm like, no, you got to do this. And you know,
the timing down is impeccable here.
It is. We have a good duo here. So you guys saw the intro. This is basically our list of 3 fragrances each that after we bought them, we didn't really love them. Obviously we bought them because we liked something about them, and then maybe for whatever reason, this is I think true of everybody out there who's ever own more than one fragrance, which is hopefully, I think, most of you guys. And you buy it and you initially liked it for some reason, tried it somewhere, maybe you blind bought it, but I'm assuming it was not a blind buy. And then whatever, you just don't love it, it sits there, you wear other fragrances, and then somehow you come back to it, you try it, and next thing you know, it's back in your rotation, right?
Yeah, these are ones that have grown on me a lot, and now I wear very often, whereas I wasn't as much anymore.
Cool. So let's get right into it. Let's start with you. We'll have Colin go first.
All right, my first one here is Layton Exclusif.
There you go, Layton Exclusif. All right.
So everybody raves about the original Layton, and which I like a lot, but I feel like for me, I wanted something a little different, but I still like that DNA. So when I smelled the Exclusif, it adds a little bit of oud and like some darker elements to the original Layton, and I think it just is so good. I liked it, and then I bought it. I didn't really wear it for a while. I was like, you know what? Let me take this out for a spin, and I loved it right away. It's like the longevity is like 12 hours at least. It's always like off your skin, good, a couple feet, and it smells like the Layton, but a little bit richer.
So, I've done videos where I talk about typically I don't love flankers. It's not my thing, but this is one where I do think the flanker to me may actually be better than the original, and the original is great because I like how they took a fresh kind of fragrance and really, just made it darker, richer, a little bit more sexy, and I think it turns into a great date fragrance actually.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, this is the perfect date night fragrance.
There you go, cool. All right, so I'll jump in now. And this is from the American niche house Arquiste, and this is Elle, which, in Spanish means him. This is a fragrance when I first smelled it, and I've had this for a few years now. When I first smelled it, I immediately was attracted to it because I like those classic kind of barbershop fougere smells, and so that's what I smelled. But this one's very different. It's very animalistic. It's got a lot of the animal notes in it, like civet. It's got, I think, ambergris. It's got just a bunch of stuff. So it takes it in a really kind of dirty way. Man. And so I think what happened was when I would wear it, I would get a little bit almost self-conscious that maybe other people would think, what is that? It's too animalistic. It's too kind of, and so I stopped wearing it for a while. And then I realized, once I wore it again and got it back into my rotation, how much I love this. It is, I say it's a dirty barbershop fougere. And if you like barbershop fougere fragrances, but you don't want to smell like every other one, which is the typical lavender, smell, this is the one that you got to try. Yeah,
I can smell it right out of the bottle. It's definitely dirty, and like you talk about, that little barbershop fougere. Something, it might be a little out of my taste range, but for an older gentleman, I could definitely see this. Not for a college kid.
There you go. Advice from, again, Colin, you're 20? 20. So, advice from a college-age student. He likes the smell. Probably not for him, though, more towards someone older. Okay.
My second one here is La Danza.
Yeah, go ahead and hold that up. We have to get our eyes out. There you go.
By Nobile, 1942.
So this is La Danza. Nobile, 1942, an Italian niche house.
Some of the notes here, we got bergamot, apple, cedar, cinnamon, musk, vanilla, and cocoa.
Oof.
Isn't that a combination?
Yeah,
folks? So this one, Joel introduced to me one day on like one of the other prior videos we did, and I put it on my skin, and I had bought it that day just because I liked it, you know. But then the whole day, I kept going back and going back. I was like, wow, that's amazing. And now I wear it quite often, and I've had a random reaction like walking through my hallway. These two people were walking by. They're like, wow, something smells good. And then I just smelled, and it was me because I just walked by.
So he's talking about in the hallway of his dorm where he lives. Yeah.
So this one's like an apple, like a chocolate apple, I like to say.
Just that's cool. It's almost like, think of it like a candied apple, but instead of like caramel, maybe it's got like dipped in chocolate.
Yeah. It's not too sweet though. It's like it's got a perfect fresh.
Would you consider this in your mind like a gourmand type fragrance, or?
That's a tough question.
Or does it have gourmand elements to it?
It definitely has gourmand elements, but then I think that bergamot and like the cedar and the musk, keep it from going too gourmand.
Okay.
It's a perfect mix, I would say.
Oh, cool.
One of my favorites.
Yeah. Loved hearing how he described that. All right. Next, I'm going to go from the Italian niche house, Casamorati, and this is Italica. So, this was a great segue talking about a near gourmand fragrance. This is pure gourmand. And if you haven't read the notes before on this, you've got saffron, you've got this milk accord, which is kind of popular right now. You've got vanilla, toffee, tonka bean, white musk, sandalwood, incense, amber. But when you smell it, it's like super kind of like almost almond, cherry, milky. It's really bright. It's like one that just kind of really, it hits you like right off the bat. This is not a subtle fragrance. This is a fragrance that you feel like you could literally be eating it. It's that gourmandy. And typically gourmand fragrances have not been my preference. I owe this fragrance and maybe one other from Peccato Originale, the Miracolosa fragrance. These two fragrances have switched my thinking into now I like and really like gourmand. But this is one now, it's heavy in my rotation. And at first, I gotta say, after I bought it, it sat there for a couple months not getting used. And now it gets used all the time.
I haven't smelled this one before, so this is my first time smelling this, and I can say I really like this.
Yeah.
It's so different than what I've smelled anything like before.
Oh, you've never smelled this one?
No,
I didn't realize that. Okay.
Not that I can recall.
Okay.
But that's really good.
Yeah. So if
for any women out there, this would also be quite an attractive one on a woman, I would say.
Absolutely. This is a perfect unisex, and I would say probably leans a little bit more feminine, but as we all love niche fragrances, if you're a dude, totally can pull this off too.
Wear it if you like it.
All right, so now we're gonna go into Colin's last #1 fragrance that he didn't really love at first when he had it in his collection, and now he does. Ba-ba! Oud.
For happiness. For happiness.
Yes.
This one has quickly shot up. Quite possibly my #1 at the moment.
Wow, damn.
I'm just in love with this one. Like, I don't know what it is about it, but every time I pass by my collection, I need to smell this one. I'm always wearing it because, like, it's got that ginger, but it's got, like, the oud as well, grounds it. And then the ginger, like, is nice and bright and fresh here in South Florida. And then there's something else in there that I like. The licorice.
Yeah.
So the licorice with the ginger is like a sweet, spicy, fresh combo.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. This is one, I gotta say though, from the moment I had it in my collection, I've been wearing it a lot. So this one never fell out of favor with me. I just absolutely love this one.
And one that I've noticed, this lasts all day. At least, on my skin at least, all day. For a freshie, that's rare. So this is a perfect one. I'd say if you got to get one cologne, this would be perfect.
If you like oud for greatness, which a lot of people do, this is very different. I don't even consider it a flanker. It's like a completely different fragrance. Just it's similar name, but it has this very green, like you said, element, which is cannabis, which they have in here. They don't list it as a note, but I talked to one of the directors at Parfums and Marley. It is one of the notes, and it just has a very calming chill.
Yeah.
You just put it on, and you're ready to like.
You're just chilling out.
Yeah.
And then I love at the bottom, it's got vanilla and musk, so it's like the perfect from start to finish. It just really is blended perfection.
Yeah, great one.
And it's the green bottle.
Yes, so it looks very similar to the bottle to Oud for Greatness, but this has the green inlay on that like kind of gold foiling and wrapping. All right, so last but not least, I'm gonna go to Nicolai Parfums, and this is Vanille Tonka, Vanille Tonka. People, it's so funny. I know in French, I guess it's vanille, I said vanille. Look, I'm American, I speak English. Half these words here I can't say properly. A lot of people like to correct me in the comments.
Yeah.
I have no problem with it, but everyone chill out and relax.
Just boost the ratings.
Yeah, exactly. So Vanille Tonka, to me, I've had this for a couple years now, and it's one of these fragrances that, if you look at the notes, again, it's obviously got Tonka, it's got vanilla, it's an oriental fragrance, and it's also got incense, which is one of my favorite fragrance notes. And when you wear this, this is not a fragrance that's gonna stand out. It's not gonna be one that, you're like, oh, wow. It's one of these though that is just, it's a daily beast that you can wear every day, and it's super versatile. I don't know if you've ever tried it.
I don't think so.
Super versatile fragrance, high quality fragrance, expertly blended, and it's one I can wear on a date, I can wear to work, I can wear to school, and
That's
so,
really good.
So sometimes, because it doesn't necessarily stand out, it's been pushed to the back of my, kind of what I usually wear, and the minute I wear it again, it gets right back into my rotation, and it's heavily in my rotation again right now, so.
Really nice. Yeah, I like this one.
Cool. All right, so there we have it, our top 6 fragrances that we didn't used to love, and now we love again and heavily wear off in our rotation. Colin, thanks again as always. It's always awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome hadn't seen him in a while, so it's good to catch up. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all your support. And I'll be back soon with another video. Peace, love, and perfumes.
And if you don't know, everyone, I have a channel now myself, South FLCC. I'm already at like 100 subscribers. It's crazy. I don't know. It's been there like a month or 2, so doing well.
South FLCC. I'll put a link in the comments below. So go ahead, guys. Give him a follow. Give him some love. You see how good he is, how much he loves this, especially for a young dude to have the knowledge he has. It's impressive, and it's great for the future of the fragrance community.
I'm going to keep it going.
Awesome. See you guys later.
Peace out.